That is funny. I forgot that this trigger in this gun is a binary trigger. Welcome to another episode of Low Budget Shooting. You have to pardon my voice. I'm getting over like 2 weeks worth of laryngitis. Anyways, today what I'm doing is I'm sighting in a gun that I picked up in an auction, which is from Diamondback. And Diamondback makes a really nice AR-15. And this one right here is the DB15, although you can see it's in 300 blackout. It's my understanding that Diamondback machines all of their own parts and assembles the gun, so they're not like buying the parts off the shelf and then putting one together. This one is outfitted really nicely. It's got a binary trigger in it, and it's not the Franklin binary trigger. I can't remember the name of this one. And then it's also got the Sightmark Photon XT 6.5 times scope, which is what I'm going to be sighting in. I got to tell you, I'm a fan of the ATN scopes. This one is a very basic scope. It was replaced with the Wraith series that they have now, and it's pretty much a stripped down version of ATN. And what I mean by that is it's a great IR scope. It works great at night. You can see well, you can see during the day. This one right here, in order for you to use it during the day, you have to put the scope cover down so that you can see that little hole that's right there, and that'll let the light in. If you open it up, the screen will flicker, and you can probably damage the IR unit illuminator in it. Now on ATN, you've got a switch that you can switch between daylight and nighttime. On this one, there's no IR capability, Wi-Fi capabilities like on the ATN. So for an entry-level night scope, infrared, I think these things list for around $5.99, and this is a 6.5 power on it. And you can focus here, and then this piece right here focuses your reticle on it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Also, it has a one-shot setup in it where you'll shoot a couple of rounds, and then you can push this button right here, and you can adjust the reticle to move the reticle to where the bullet hole is, and then you should have a one-shot setup. So we're going to shoot this gun and see how I can get it sighted in. Apparently, I usually use a Franklin binary trigger. This is that other one. I can't remember the name of it. It was like the first one that came out. And I don't think you can adjust this one. That's weird. Try another shot. Nope. The scope is very predictable in its movement. So what ended up happening is I originally shot here, and then I put the reticle on here for the one shot, and moved it up to here, and the next shot brought down here. And then what I did is, because this is 6.5 times scope and this target's 50 yards, I couldn't really see the dot, but there's increments which are MOA in the scope, and so I clicked it over 2 and it moved here, and then I clicked it over 2 more, and now I'm in here. So the scope is very predictable in its movements. I'm pretty pleased with it. Like I said, it's a basic scope. I imagine the Wraith has got some upgrades to it. The 6.5 power, I'm not a big fan of, although it's great for quick target acquisition and general hunting. I prefer my ATN that goes up to 20 power for like when I'm doing these kind of target shooting. And now I'm going to go back to the 77-yard target and show you what I got there. So at 77 yards, my first shot I took and I hit right here, and then I took a second shot and tried to lower the gun down a little bit, and this is where I hit. The problem is with the IR scopes in the day, especially on a white target, the whole thing comes up white. You can see like a black spot in here, but it's really difficult to see. The ATN, when you go to day mode, actually sees everything in color, where the Photon XT, it's everything is kind of it's black and white. So it was very difficult to see the target. But after that, I just started hitting the steel, and all these new spots right here are just from aiming in the center. So it's a nice group for just some quick fire in the center. So you know what, if you're looking for a entry-level night scope IR, I recommend it. And the Diamondback DB15 in the 300 blackout, this is the first time I ever shot a 300 blackout. It's just, I mean, it's just a nice gun. So anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe if you like this content, and shoot safe. Thanks.